What we want to do now is look at the market-ready steer. We want to be able to determine the value again like a feedlot operator would have to do as he prepared his cattle for the packer. One of the things he'd be concerned about would be the live weight, and we're going to give you the live weight of these steers as they finished out. In addition to that, of course, he's concerned about dressing percent. We expect these cattle to dress anywhere from 60 to 65%, depending upon a lot of variations that they might have in the weighing conditions in the field. Then we're going to determine what the carcass weight would be. We'll give you that a little bit later, but if you want to use a dressing percent, and you may guesstimate that, of about 62 to 63%, that'll allow you to have a carcass weight so that you can use that in determination of your yield grade. The other thing that you're concerned about is the amount of muscle that's in these steers. What we do is look at live steers. We look for indications of muscling through the round and throughout their top. And then we identify that they should have, at least on the average, of 1.1 square inch of ribeye area for every hundredweight that they have as live weight. Another thing that we're concerned about is how much fat is on those steers. So we look between the 12th and 13th rib as far as a measurement of fat in terms of fat thickness that is somewhere between 2/10 and up to about 8/10. We know that these steers that are fatter have heavier briskets. They show a great deal more fat up underneath and up over the top. And in their crotch areas, you look at them from the rear. These steers are indicated to be fatter, which may be 6/10, 7/10, and up to 8. The leaner steers, of course, are leaner and cleaner up underneath in their brisket and underline and top. And these are steers that would probably have about 2/10 up to about 4/10 inches of fat. We'd like to see steers that come out of the feedlots somewhere around 4/10 to 5/10. That's going to allow us to predict our yield grade, which is going to be somewhere between 1 and 5. So you'll want to write that down. Yield grades 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And then we'll also want to see if they have enough finish to determine whether or not they could reach the choice grade. We normally feel like when animals of genetic quality to have high marbling scores are going to be able to reach that at somewhere around 4/10 inches of fat up to 5/10 inches of fat. So we're going to determine what the grades are, and they could be prime, they could be choice, they could be select, and even standard, which is below the select area and devoid of marbling. Finished steer number 1. Note that he weighs 1,054 pounds. His average daily gain was 3.05. Look for finish up underneath in the brisket, over the ribs, back in the rear flank, and in the crotch area. Another indication of overfattening sometimes is a lot of wideness down his top and some pones or conditioning of fat around the tail head. Okay, here's finished steer number 4. He finished out weighing 1,274 pounds with an average daily gain of 4.56. You may notice he's a well-finished steer. Okay, now we have steer number 6. Weighed in at 1,234 pounds with an average daily gain of 3.05. Notice the muscling on this steer, really through his forearm and shoulder and round. Here's steer number 7. He finished weighing 1,322 pounds with an average daily gain of 3.83. Also another good muscular steer that also appears well finished. Here's the finished steer number 10. Ended up weighing 1,242 pounds with an average daily gain of 3.83. Here's steer number 13. Finished the test weighing 1,384 pounds with an average daily gain of 5.03. Here's our final steer, number 17, finished weighing 1,194 pounds with an average daily gain of 4.16. Okay, you should have completed this exercise now by trying to determine some of the value that are in our market animals. Indications of muscling, indication of fatness, all of those are certainly important as we make our predictions about their value. You should have been able to see quite a variation in the amount of finish that we had, all the way from the lower side up to some of those were a bit fatter, and also some differences in muscling characteristics that should have been noted in the round throughout the top, with muscling differences in the loin eyes probably varying maybe to the low side of 10 inches all the way up to 15 or 16 inches or so. If you were able to determine those quite accurately, quite well, then you were able to help predict the ultimate value of these cattle.